Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my God. Back another week.
We are here, and guys, I'm freaking out because live, literally, it is happening right now.
As we speak.
Julie Chen is announcing the winner of Big Brother 24. And where am I? Here with all of you because I am committed. I mean, granted, it's not airing on the West Coast for like another 2 hours.
Right.
But still, I'm here.
Do you want to hear something that's not a spoiler, but just me rubbing in?
Sure.
I know who the top two is.
How do you know?
Before we started, I went to BB Updates. And I was like,
oh. It's not fair. You don't deserve to know the top two before I do.
Sweetie, I do. Because this is honestly the best way to watch the show if ever you completely give up on the television. It's just like, follow the Twitter accounts. I know the people. I know the characters. I know enough. I could pick them out of a lineup, a few of them. And I know who I'm rooting for. So I love it. And I didn't have to spend 1 minute looking at the television at it.
Wow. What's it like to have a life?
It's really good.
Like, what is that? Like, guys, everyone who is not a Big Brother watcher is probably so thrilled about this week because it is finally ending. And the Big Brother fans are also thrilled because we will be free from the shackles of Big Brother.
That's the thing. Do you think it brings you more joy than... I mean, this season, I think you liked better than most seasons.
Oh, this season was the best season since season 17, which was in like 2015.
Well, there you go.
Or not even 2013.
Well, there you go. This is almost a decade.
No, 2015.
It does not
Whatever,
matter.
okay.
I need you to stop thinking about it. But it's a good thing that you watched the show and it brought you a lot of joy. And that I know the top two.
Wow.
It's hard having knowledge, guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to 2 Gay Match, the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
We're back again another week. And I am sitting here next to...
Oh, no. Don't tell them no.
A superstar.
Oh, my God.
Of stage and screen, but mostly screen this week.
It hasn't been staged in a while.
It just sounds nice. But... Matt Steele,
yes,
star of episode 6 of Dahmer.
Oh,
you were on this podcast last week being like, well, I think they're going to cut all my lines. I think no one will see me. And literally every comment on our last podcast video, on our last tweet, is like, did I just see Matt Steele and Dahmer? And it's like, yes, because you have a full 2-minute fucking scene.
Yes, you did a whole 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 6 from 13 minutes and 44-ish seconds in until, I don't know, maybe 16 minutes in.
And you did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
The performance was great.
Thank
I felt
you.
Every line was delivered truthfully. The facial expressions were there, which of course they were.
I mean, facial expressions are always there for Matt
They're
Steele.
always there.
If you ever see Matt Steele acting and there are no facial expressions, call 911 because Matt Steele has had a stroke.
We're back to third person again. This is what happens when something good career-wise happens to Matt Steele.
Yes, exactly.
But Matt, how did you feel? Getting all the texts, the comments, people loving you on you this week. How does it feel?
I'm still getting them. I'm getting like followers on Instagram and like random guys slipping into my DMs with like heart eye emojis.
Really?
And I'm like, guys, I was in it for 2 seconds and like I was like a little.
Are they hot?
I guess I don't really look at them like because I'm just like I don't know this person. I'm just going to ignore.
You don't know the people you're swiping on Tinder for.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Just something to think about. I think if you're going to use the little leverage, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
That's true.
That's why we're recording that Taylor Swift Midnight's reaction the moment it comes out.
That's absolutely true. No, I've been feeling really good. Like it's like the #1 show on Netflix right now. So it's like, oh, okay. And it's nice because, I filmed it back in like June of 2021. So there was a while where I was like, is this coming out? Is this coming out? I don't know. So I'm happy that it's finally out. And I'm getting a lot of messages from people being like, oh, I had no idea you could be so natural. And I'm just thank you.
That we love fearless feedback when you see us in a way that you don't expect to. It's like, wow, you really are good at that acting thing you've been dedicating your life to for all of it.
Yes, thank you.
I
can't do more than like silly voices and big expressive faces, but like I am the best at silly voices and big expressive faces. Let's get real. But now that it's finally out, also I can finally reveal to all of you the secrets of how toxic that work environment was.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't. It was lovely. I mean, to my knowledge, I was only on set for like 5 hours.
Right.
But like I had a wonderful experience. Everyone was very nice. Rodney, who was my co-star in the scene, was a lovely young man, super fun. I had a lot of fun with him and his interpreter on set. We were, goofing off, and the director was really great. Like everyone, it was a really great experience. And so I'm happy that it seems to have come across well on screen because everyone seems to really like it. So I'm thrilled. You know, whenever there is attention on me for a week, I'm like, It's been a great week.
Well, yes. So everyone make sure to check out episode 6 of Dahmer to see Matt Steele. I must also say that the family of some of the victims of the Dahmer murders have come out and said that this is enough. And
yes.
that they are being re-traumatized by retelling this story over and over again. And like, you know, it just feels like, okay, how much are we going to discuss the specific case that has racial undertones since many of his victims were black and like the homophobic undertones since the cops didn't do anything because he was a gay person. So I think we should put the nail in the coffin of the story because clearly the people that are most affected by it do not enjoy it. But that does not take away from the fact that we love that Matt Steele got a job and did a great job. But let's put a pin in that forever.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
It's done. All right?
Yes. I guess how was your week too?
My week has been good. This weekend was very fun. On Friday, what did I do? I think I did something, and why can't I remember what it was?
Uh-oh.
On Saturday, yesterday, our friend Janie came over. We spent the day, and that was lovely. And Joe and Tim came over afterwards, and we played a rousing game of Code Names. You ever played Code Names?
No.
It's a very fun, like, kind of partner team game where it's like, okay, these are all the words on the table, and one person, you have to get people to say the specific 3 or like 10 words on the teams. And I don't know, it was very fun.
Okay.
I was up later than I usually am because I like to go to bed a little earlier.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't look it. You look so well rested.
I did sleep until 10 or something, so I am well rested. But I just, I'm more in an earlier time for bed these days. You know?
That's what happens when you're of a certain age.
Oh yes, you're of the same age essentially.
But hey, I'm still young and I stay up late, baby.
Oh, cool. Well, you did it. And then today, as you saw, because you went to the restroom before we started, we hung new floating shelves in the restroom. I got them from Wayfair, and we put up some tchotchkes and things. We're not finalized on like the placement of the tchotchkes and like if we're gonna get new things, some fake hanging plants could be happening in there. But I feel like that room was always like a little bland, and so it has a little bit more color, a little bit more life.
Okay, I will say I looked at the tchotchkes on the shelves are beautiful, by the way, very well hung.
Thank you. Jesus Christ! Don't give Juan any ideas.
But I think the tchotchke arrangement on there seemed lovely. That is something that is more stressful than it should be all the time. Like, oh no, I have these shelves.
Yes.
Or like, oh no, I have this new desk. Like, how do I arrange these tchotchkes?
It's like more difficult, but luckily Jackson's very good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not so good at it. I'm just like, throw something. I don't know. But Jackson's great at it, so it's lucky to have him. But I'm happy with the beginnings of it. And I just walk into the bathroom and feel a bit more at peace, I want everything to feel like a spa. I want everything to feel like a vacation. And so this adds to that.
Okay, what'll make it feel like more of a spa is if when I go to the bathroom, you give me a massage.
I don't foresee that. That does not seem like something that's going to happen.
I guess you're not committed to the atmosphere then.
I guess I'm not. Because that won't be happening. I just feel like something important is even after you've moved or like have lived in a place for a little bit, don't ever get too used to your surroundings because you had so many dreams of the space when you first got there. And I feel like we all get a little lazy the longer we're in a place. And so it's like, let's continue to make the house a home.
I have to do that with my bedroom of the apartment. Yes.
I knew that I was like that you could be taking that. I was not referencing you.
Girl, I don't care.
Okay.
Like, go ahead, throw me under the bus here. I truly don't care because I know like I have to. I did such a beautiful job with my living room and everything. I need to finally get my bedroom done. Yeah. And my bedroom looks fine. It's just
good.
Not everything is hung up yet.
Right.
And we're going on a year of me being in there. So
this is what I'm saying. This is why I did that. Don't tell Jackson. I have a couple more dreams of more hanging shelves in the kitchen. So.
Oh, Jackson.
No, don't tell him.
Okay.
It's a secret.
All right.
So I have more dreams of things to change. So wait, is there anything else you want to say about your week before we dive in?
Not really. I don't know. I went to a lovely party yesterday. It was forest themed. It was hosted by my friend Megan. And you know me with a theme party. I don't adhere to it.
People I'm sure love that. The host of the party probably.
I also showed up like late, like because I was coming from work and everything. And I just showed up. But I somehow still adhere to the theme subconsciously because I wore a floral shirt. I had totally forgotten what the theme was. So I arrived and everyone was like, oh, you kept with the theme of it was like a forest theme and everything. And I was like, yes, I totally did that consciously. But I really I was like, oh, I haven't worn this shirt in a while and just grabbed it.
You got to do it.
I know. It was God telling me wear the floral so you can adhere to the theme of the party.
All right, guys. So there's been a lot of discussion since we last spoke about who will be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. So it seemed like almost confirmed. Like Variety said, sources had told them that Taylor Swift was going to be doing.
Oh, Variety's probably so embarrassed.
I mean, wouldn't you be? Because I was like, okay, I would not believe this, but if it's from Variety, that feels very official. And so I was like, okay, I guess Taylor's going to do it. That makes sense to me. She obviously has the discography for it. I had dreams of what I wanted it to be. But anyways, a few hours later, TMZ pops up and is like, actually, Taylor's not doing it. And it's like, so wait, do we believe TMZ, which is like historically the trashier mag, but does get things right a good bit? Or do we believe Variety, which we believed was a beacon of truth and honesty?
Did we really think it was a beacon? Like, a beacon is strong wording.
No, I feel like people post like Variety articles when they get cast in something. It's like, oh, see, I really got cast. You'll see it on Variety. But now, whenever you get cast in Variety, I'll be like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust it. So then a few days, I guess this morning, Rihanna posted a picture confirming that she will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show in 2023, which is very exciting because we have been waiting a long time for new Rihanna music.
Yeah.
And for me, it feels like we must be signaling that, right? Like, for me, there's nothing worse than when a pop girl does the Super Bowl and does not have new music at the ready, because it's like, you are never going to have more eyes on you than you will during this event. Have something to sell. Yes.
Hey, I mean, I believe that is the case. I loved that picture she posted.
Oh,
it's
brilliant.
so just like her holding that football. It was just such a Rihanna image because it was just so, there was something really aggressive about it, but like cool.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited, and I'm really excited that this could confirm new music, unless like she goes through all of her hits at the Super Bowl and at the end she gets on the microphone and she's just like, ladies and gentlemen, instead of saying new album available now, she says new lipstick line available now.
Everyone keeps making jokes about this being like a Fenty Beauty like walkthrough for 12 minutes. And I think they're all very funny until she does that. Like, I feel like it's still on the table that she's going to be doing a 12-minute makeup tutorial, and we should not put it out into the universe. I don't want that. That
would be so funny. Like, like my friend Rohita tweeted that like, oh, that football actually looks like a beauty blender.
I'm very excited. I am one. If you had to like pick a set list, like what are the songs that you're saying are non-negotiables for Rihanna to
Umbrella's non-negotiable.
Absolutely agree.
If she did a 13-minute version of Umbrella, I'd be down.
It's such a classic.
I would say Umbrella's non-negotiable. Don't Stop the Music is non-negotiable.
Interesting. Okay.
Really?
I would love to hear it, but for me, I would say We Found Love.
Oh, We Found Love is also non-negotiable,
Yes.
but like I'm going in a chronological order.
All right.
So yeah, Don't Stop the Music, We Found Love. I would imagine, even though it's not personally one of my favorites, I would imagine Work will be on there because it's her most recent hit.
Love on the Brain.
I would imagine Love on the Brain will be on there because she loves Anti, and like, you know, a lot of people love it. Like, Anti is great and everything. But I feel like it would be good to have, you know, like a ballad, a slow down moment.
Totally. I was rewatching her VMA performances from 2016 when she got the video Vanguard, and she does like a ballady version of Diamonds. That's very good.
Ooh, Diamonds I think is also going to be on there. And me personally, a non-negotiable for me that is negotiable because it won't be on there. I would just love it if it was like 15 minutes of Mother Mary.
Oh, I was just listening to that song.
It's my favorite Rihanna song.
It's a classic song.
Classic. It is a brilliant song.
And the fact that she goes on that album from the duet with Chris Brown into Mother Mary. Sorry, but what's the song before it? Where it's like something / Mother Mary.
I forget. I was just waiting for Mother Mary to come on.
I mean, the song before it's great too, but it seems more specifically about the like incident in the car.
Yeah.
And so like it's telling such a story, and that's on Unapologetic, right? That like run of songs. Yes.
Yeah. And we both love we were both unapologetic
That's a great
fans.
album, and I feel like we need to be talking about it more. Love Without Tragedy.
Love Without Tragedy.
Into Mother Mary.
Yeah.
And if we're doing wish list things that'll never happen, Firebomb is one of her best songs on Rated R.
Yes.
It's so fucking good.
Yes, it's very good.
Bring Olivia Rodrigo out to do a Firebomb duet.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
That'd be classic.
We were debating in the live chat which male rapper will be accompanying her. And I think Drake makes the most sense.
You think Drake over Jay-Z?
I feel like Jay-Z would be harder to get. Like, and not just, you know, no shade to anyone, but like, I feel like if Rihanna was like, hey, Drake, want to do this thing with me? Drake would be like, yes, anything.
Of course.
Like,
he's desperate to be around her.
So yes. I feel like Drake will be the one that will pop up.
You saying that makes me feel like you think she's going to do What's My Name, which you didn't. Oh, Only Girl in the World, I think, is non-negotiable.
Oh, I think that'll be on there, yeah.
I would like What's My Name.
Yeah.
I think that's a great song.
Yeah, and Matt Palmer doesn't like this, but I think it is very possible that a certain chocolate candy will be accompanying her.
Unless chocolate candy / white man.
Yes, I meant
accompanying her. I don't want that. I mean, Love the Way You Lie was a hit. They've done like 3 more songs together that were all wanna be that song. He's just so done and over and homophobic, and we just saw him last year. Like, enough.
But you know those football fans would love.
Well, I don't care what they love. This is our hour, our like 13 minutes of the day that we get to enjoy.
That's
so
true.
Go listen to your Eminem in your, in the back locker room or whatever. While we're watching.
Go, all of you straights
go to the
who are
locker
watching
room.
the Super Bowl, go to your personal private locker room. Listen to Eminem on your own time.
Yes.
This is our time.
It's our time, truly.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we jump into the next story?
I guess so. I also do want to say that I think it's very smart that Taylor Swift turned down the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Because she was like, no, I haven't finished all of my re-records yet. And so, when you do the halftime show at the Super Bowl, people, buy... there's a huge surge in sales for your music. And
Absolutely.
she's like, I'm not giving Scooter Braun that money, ladies and gentlemen.
Why
We are
would
going to
you?
wait a couple years. So I, Taylor Swift, get all that money.
That makes sense.
That girl's she knows how to make her money
She
from
re-
selling clocks to turning down huge career, defining moments.
Right. No, she loves money, and so she's going to get the most she can out of all of y'all. So everybody buy that clock.
Yeah, everybody buy that clock because she won't be doing the Super Bowl halftime for a couple years.
So there's a TikToker named Sumner Stroh, and she has come. She, I guess, is an Instagram model, self-described. I'm not shading her with that. And she has claimed to have a year-long affair with Adam Levine while he was married to his wife, Bahati Prinsloo, who is also a supermodel. So it's like, it just goes to show, by the way, people getting cheated on has nothing to do with the person. Like, you could be a supermodel, you could be fucking Beyonce, and your man will still cheat because there's things wrong with those men that are doing it. But then this affair had apparently stopped, but Adam reached back out to her to basically be like, hey, Bahati's pregnant, and if it's a boy, I'd love to name it Sumner. Would that be weird? Like, is that okay? And so she shares these texts with some friends, allegedly, and one of the friends threatens to go public, go with a tabloid, and so she basically puts it up on her TikTok all by herself. Adam Levine did come out and say that he denies the affair, but admits to having had crossed the line. And you see these like back and forth interactions from his like official Instagram account, not even a Finsta, which is crazy to me.
I know.
Like, the first thing you would do if you were Adam Levine in this situation is like not go from your fucking checkmarked account, but all of the messages are just like, holy fuck, your body is absurd. Like, I'm gonna need to see the booty. It's just like a 12-year-old trying to hit on some girl, and it's like the most Arrested Development shit. Like, are you stuck in the age you were when you became a celebrity? Which must have
like
been
you're Adam
20.
Levine. Have some pride.
Yeah.
Like if you like think someone is super super hot, like of course, obviously you shouldn't because you're married.
Yes.
Like say this to her, but like if you were a single Adam Levine and you wanted to express that you think someone is hot, it's like I don't know. There's a cooler way of doing
I know.
it. Like,
I hope you do a better job.
Yeah,
because that was embarrassing. There's been just so much discussion about this. It's for nothing else. It's embarrassing, and I hope that girl leaves him. Like, I hope Bahati is like, okay. If for no other reason, it's just like, why are we all talking about this? Why does the world know? Why are more women coming out and saying he did the same thing with me? One of the other women was like, I'm really just coming out because I feel bad for his wife. And it's like, wait, what? Like, so you're going to publicly pile on the fact that more of this has happened. So I am not a person who's like, okay, let's blame these women in the scenarios. Because again, he was the one who took the vow. He was the one who like made the promise to his wife. Adam Levine is at fault. But also, like, ladies, we don't all need to like come out and discuss it. Like, no one's blaming you, but like, it just makes me feel like, are you using this because this first girl got so much attention?
Oh, it's very much a platform.
Because they're wishing they were in Dahmer. They wish they got the Dahmer
They wish
attention.
they had the platform that Matt Steele has.
So, Adam, get it together. Stop cheating. And if ever you have to flirt with anyone, try to be a little smoother about it. You're supposed to be a songwriter. That's all you could do is holy fuck with a bunch of K's.
Oh, you know what's going to suck about this? There's going to be a big old apology album from Maroon 5.
Don't say that.
And it's going to be so cheesy.
I mean,
it's going to be so cheesy.
Their music's been cheesy for 10 years now. Like, they did start out as a very good band, and I even liked Overexposed or whatever, which was their first foray into pop music, but everything since then has been absolute garbage. So I
like There You Go Again, There You Go Again, Making Me Love You.
Which one is that? Is that One More Night?
Yeah.
That song came out in 2012 or like 2013.
All right, listen, I'm trying to pay one compliment
yes,
here.
that was on the album that I found acceptable 10 years ago.
Okay.
In more news about hot people, Jonathan Bailey has been cast as Fiyero in the Wicked movie.
Guys, we stand the gays taking the roles away from the straights.
Absolutely, we do. This is what we need to hear. This guy apparently is great in Bridgerton. Apparently, he was a great guest judge on Drag Race. And all I know about him is he's very handsome.
He's very
handsome. And he
handsome.
can sing. Because he was in a Last 5 Years production with, I think, Samantha Bart.
I want to say he's an Olivier Award-winning actor.
Is he really?
Yeah, let me see like what he's won for. The Oliviers are like the British Tony Awards for the West End. Jonathan Bailey.
But it's also good that there's been more casting announcements because you were very much like, they have only announced Ariana and Cynthia Erivo. Like, I'm going to need a full cast announcement before I know that this is actually happening.
I know, but yeah, so we can believe it's had. Oh, he won. He was in a Company. He won Best Supporting Actor in a Musical for Company before it transferred to Broadway.
I love it. So I love that it's really actually coming together. It seems like this film is going to happen, or these films, whatever, are going to happen.
This saga is going to happen.
Right, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with the casting so far. I can't wait to see who else is in there.
I can't wait to see either.
Be exciting. I assume, and I know I say it every week, I assume this is going to be the last time we talk about Don't Worry, Darling.
You never know. It keeps giving us surprise after surprise.
So apparently, according to a Vulture article by Chris Lee, Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde broke into a screaming match during filming of Don't Worry, Darling. Apparently, this had to do with Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles basically disappearing from set. According to an anonymous source who spoke to Vulture last week, a blow-up argument between star and director did indeed take place in January 2021, about 3/4 of the way through filming. Pugh, his few degrees removed from Jason Sudeikis, has reportedly grown fed up with the director's frequent unexplained absences. So they would just disappear together, supposedly, and this went all the way to the top of the studio. And they, after like a month-long negotiation, they came to the agreement that she would not promote the film.
Damn it.
Jesus.
Damn. Like more and more. Like what's going to be next?
It must be over, right? The film is out. It made $19 million at the box office. So
yeah, it's doing well, and I'm seeing it Tuesday.
Well, great. I hope you enjoy it. It's doing well enough. Clearly, the Rotten Tomatoes reviews are bad, but all of this press has helped it out, has upped curiosity. I'm sure Olivia Wilde is thrilled that the film is still doing well despite all the hubbub, and maybe the hubbub helped.
It's very cool. Like I saw like a list of like the top 5 films in theaters now, and it's like they're all very like varied and everything. They're not just like all that. 5 Marvel things. It's like lovely to see. So it's like, you know what? I have to stand Don't Worry, Darling.
Even if it's bad, you're like,
hey,
at least it's not Marvel.
Yeah, at least it's like something different that is like #1 at the box office. And I mean, hey, that bad press did a lot for it, I guess. So that's why I have to tell everyone all the horrible treatment of myself on a Dahmer.
Dahmer, yeah.
So that everyone will watch it.
Everyone watch just the scene. So officially, Mariah has come out and said that she did find her lead vocals for the Chick album, the 90s grunge album she recorded during the Daydream sessions. I feel like this got so much pickup from like all over the internet that I'm like, wait, is the album coming out like soon? Like, why are we? I would like, much like performing at the Super Bowl, if there's so many eyes and ears waiting for this. I hope it is. I hope there's a release date in mind that is sooner rather than later.
That'd be a fun listening party.
Oh my God, could you imagine? And the thing is, the songs are available in some form with a different lead singer. And there's some really good ones. Yeah. There's a song called Prom Queen in which Mariah is basically walking through, I don't know if it's supposed to be a youth who is born male and is trans, but basically she's like, I stuffed my bra with my brother's socks, and I'm as pretty as any of those girls, and like I'm gonna win prom queen. And it's like, yes, 1995 Mariah Carey.
Oh my God.
Forward thinking.
I love that Mariah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So I can't wait to hear her voice on it. I mean, obviously, I'm not going in thinking she's going to be hitting like her Daydream tour notes, because that's not the vibe of Chick or whatever.
Yeah, I want to hear Mariah like do that sounds like in her, I guess, her Mariah way. Like, I want to know what that's going to sound like. And I'm not saying that in like the shady Mariah way. Like, I don't know how that'll sound, but like, I really don't know how that'll sound. Like, I think it'll be really cool.
Yes. So, okay, also Taylor has started announcing the tracks from the album Midnights on her TikTok, I guess, is where she's doing this. The first song is called Mastermind, track 13. And then she had another track. Do you remember what that one was called? It was like something shit.
All I remember was like track 8.
Track 8.
Yeah.
Could you Google that for me,
Sure.
darling?
You keep vamping.
I'm happy that she is out there and, has a cute little way of explaining what the song titles are going to be.
Oh, I love the little bingo like ball thing.
It's very cute. And she's like doing like a deadpan acting performance during the TikTok, which is like, a fun expression. And we're just weeks away at this point from the album. So I wonder if she's going to go through and do all of the songs or if she's just going to do like 5.
All the tracks?
Yeah.
I think she might. Why not? It's called Vigilante Shit.
Vigilante Shit. Okay, so we have 2 track names. It has several explicits on the tracks on Apple Music.
I know, that's exciting.
The genre is pop. So all eyes are pointing to me liking this album, and so I'm feeling less and less nervous.
It's personal. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good. There's a couple of other. How do you feel about Louise Fletcher passing away?
Oh my, Louise Fletcher's performance in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is one of the best leading actress performances like ever.
Really?
Like, oh my, just a brilliant actress. And so, she was 88. She died peacefully. So, but she will live on through her performances and through her iconic performance that she won the Oscar for. So, and she had a beautiful Oscar speech that was both like funny and touching. Yeah. And she like signed because both of her parents were deaf.
Aww.
And so she was just great. She was a great actress. And I am of the mindset that Nurse Ratched is a character that is not a villain. She is just a woman who is trying to do her job. And it's a stressful job.
Okay.
And she is not the villain.
All right. So we're Team Nurse Ratched.
I'm
apparently.
Team Nurse Ratched.
I didn't know that this was still being discussed.
I'm Team everyone is trying their best.
Okay.
In One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
All right.
Yes.
I guess I'll have to watch and see if I agree.
Oh, it's a fantastic movie. Milos Forman is one of my favorite directors. Like it's a terrific movie.
Just to drop some good news in the chat. When it seemed Donald Trump's legal troubles couldn't get worse, today's news is devastating. The New York Attorney General has filed a brutal case accusing Trump of systemic fraud, and this goes to his children as well, right? Mm-hmm. Aren't Don Jr. and Ivanka and the other one,
Eric,
all in trouble? I mean, I love good news.
So far, Tiffany's just sitting there, just like, well,
I know. I mean,
not me.
She didn't even get included in the fraud.
Damn.
I know, poor Tiffany. And lastly, just something I want to say, Lana Del Rey, NYU's Clive Davis department, which I graduated from, as we know, has announced that there's going to be a Lana Del Rey course launched in the Institute. I think that's great for people who like Lana Del Rey. I think she is a talented artist who's been around for, a decade, and that's lovely. I must just say, as someone who was in the program, if we could have more classes about Black artists, that would be something great.
How many classes?
None.
About specific artists are there? I didn't know this was a thing.
I think I was the 3rd class in the program, so it was early days, but it was every other class we were talking about the Beatles and the importance of the Beatles. And
of course,
let's talk about the Beatles. And I'm there was just a group of us, people of color, who were very much and this was in 2005, 6, whatever. Very much can we talk about fucking Michael Jackson? Can we talk about anyone else who's not the Beatles? And so to see these classes popping up, I think Taylor Swift now has a class in the Institute, and now Lana Del Rey, I think that's lovely, and I'm sure they've made their mark. There are Black musicians who have done amazing things that we need to be teaching people in this program.
Well, and especially someone like Mariah Carey, who first and foremost is a recording artist.
Hello?
You listen to all the layers of a Mariah Carey track.
Hello?
And forget about the singing, forget about even the songwriting, just the recording aspect of her songs is just masterful and brilliant and beautiful.
Right.
When you consider all the layers and all the nuance to it, I think that is an amazing
and I didn't even have to say it.
It's just obvious.
I also think a Stevie Wonder course.
Oh my God, yeah.
There are people that are being ignored. And this is not shitting on Lana Del Rey. I know she's made an impact on a lot of people. But Stevie Wonder, she ain't. All right. Is there any other news for idiots that you'd like to share with the people?
Real quick, this just had film Twitter shook.
What?
Michelle Williams,
Yeah.
who was the lock for Best Supporting Actress
did see this.
and the Best Supporting Actress Oscar race for The Fabelmans, has announced, or I guess the producers of The Fabelmans have announced that Michelle Williams will now be campaigning for lead actress, which has the supporting actress Oscar race wide open this year. And so people are just like, wait, she was guaranteed an Oscar. And now she's like, no.
Who made this decision? The producers?
It was probably a mix between her and the producers. But you know what? Olivia Colman did the same exact thing with The Favorite back in 2018, and she won. Like, Olivia Colman was guaranteed that Oscar in supporting, but she was like, nope, I want leading. I want to campaign for leading. And so she did, and everyone was like, oh, she's not going to win now. And she won. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited because this race is already exciting. And now that Big Brother season is almost over, Oscar season is starting, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
I will be insufferable until the end. Don't you worry.
I love that for you there are 2 seasons. It is Big Brother season or Oscar season.
And spring.
Sorry, 3 seasons. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm getting the official Matt Steele calendar stuck in my mind because this is all very important.
Yeah.
Has the movie come out, the Michelle Williams movie?
The Fabelmans? No, it comes out much later in the year, but it got very good notices at the Toronto Film Festival and everything. And the Academy is going to love it because it's a Steven Spielberg film that is autobiographical, all about his discovery of film as a little boy.
Oh.
So like the Academy is just going to eat that up and everything. And finally it was going to be like Michelle Williams is going to finally win her Oscar and everything. And so we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened.
I guess
so.
Yeah,
so it just made the Best Leading Actress race even more complicated. And Claire Foy and Jessie Buckley, who are in this movie called Women Talking, that's getting a lot of buzz as like a female ensemble piece. I bet you they're very happy.
I bet they are.
That supporting actress Oscar race is one of theirs, probably. Right. So we'll see.
Okay, well, I guess we should take a quick break. Good luck to all the Oscar nominees who will probably be nominated, and then we'll be back with more 2 Gay Mats.
All right, we are back. We are on to Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com, 2 spelled TWO, or if you are consuming this content through YouTube, you can comment below, and we just might answer it. So we got one Email My Heart, and then a bunch of questions in the live chat. So we got a really quick, easy question from Durga. She says, she's a cool girl. Hey guys, I'm just going to jump straight into my question. I listen to a lot of sad music because the lyrics are beautiful. Think Taylor Evermore, Conan Gray, Super Ache. What are your thoughts on that album, by the way?
I haven't listened to it.
Looping, Hope is a Dangerous Thing for Hours. I do love that song. And I'm looking to switch it up to something that won't make me subconsciously depressed. So I made a playlist called She's a Cool Girl, and I will only accept upbeat, dancey bops. Right now I have Hurricane by a Special Someone with top billing, of course. And nice. Holy by Rina Sawayama. Ooh. I love the almost orchestral feeling to Holy and the way it builds. If you have any song recs for me similar to Holy or otherwise, let me know. P.S. Matt Palmer, I think part of the reason I love Hurricane so much is because you come straight at me with the hook in the beginning and have me riveted for the rest of the song. So make sure you do lots of self-care stuff to maintain that genius brain of yours. Oh. And my favorite line of the email, love you too, Matt Steele.
I mean, we talked about Dahmer for 45 minutes, so I'm glad to get a little moment.
Yeah, so really quick, like rapid fire, like upbeat songs for Durga to add to a happy, dancey playlist.
You may not mean string instruments when you say orchestral, but the first song that came to mind for me was Be Mine by Robin. Like, what a classic piece of music. It is very up-tempo, very exciting. Honestly, listen to most of Robin's singles.
To all of Robin. Like, the thing is with Robin that you might like, Durga, is like the lyrics are all so sad, which you will like, but like the music's so happy. So like it's Robin, just throw a bunch of Robin on there.
With every heartbeat.
That's my favorite Robin song of all.
It's a great song.
I will say, if you just want straight up happy, like, I feel like there's nothing happier than like Spice Girls.
True.
Just like throw stuff from Spice World on there. There's nothing happier than a Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. Than like A Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
But if you want some of the depth, the darkness, I think the up-tempos on Melodrama are great. Supercut, beautifully written song. Also, The Sober is a great song. There are many great songs there. I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right, so let's jump to some of the questions that came in while we were recording this. This is from Sailor D52, who says, in honor of Arena's Hold the Girl, what sophomore albums are standouts to you? And I just wanted to go on record and say, I have a theory about sophomore albums.
Okay.
I think
we're getting a break. We're getting an analysis.
My analysis,
hunker down,
which I'm sure will all bring up examples that were not true.
Okay.
That your second album is either a disappointment from your first or the best album in your catalog. And I'm thinking of like a TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. I'm thinking of a Toni Braxton, Secrets. So she's had other great albums, but that was, Secrets is unbelievable. And the fact that albums like Emotions, which did well and is great, but like just wasn't quite where the first album was.
It was considered like was it considered a critical disappointment as well as a? It didn't sell as well.
At that point, critically, they didn't like anything she was doing. But yes, I feel like having the sophomore slump is kind of something that builds character and like gets increased chance of longevity. Because the second album is the album that you have the backing from the label. They know you're marketable. They know you can do this, and so you have everything working towards you. But you also have a very strict deadline. It's like, we want to put this album out soon before people forget about you.
Yeah.
And so you're either going to make something amazing and then be like, okay, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Or it's going to underperform and you'll get that fire under your ass.
And be like, no. We are doing this for real.
Exactly.
Next. Like, we are not, I will not disappear. I will not disappear.
To quote Evan Hansen, may he rest. Doesn't deserve to disappear. I also think NSYNC's No Strings Attached was mentioned. Britney, Oops, obviously.
I will say Lady Gaga's The Fame Monster
Classic.
is just, and you can tell like they were like, we need to put more out. So she was like, okay, here's like 7 tracks.
But they were like,
and they were the best things. Like the Fame Monster is just such a moment.
Because she had evolved so much in such a short period of time, and she knew how she wanted to take that musically in a way that pushed the envelope, was still in keeping with her previous material, but like elevated it.
Yes, it was taking everything that was on the Fame and being like, I can dial this to 1,000,
Yes.
and this is going to be like unlike anything you have all heard before, because I will be the biggest star on the planet. And the Fame Monster like really made her the biggest star on the planet. I feel obviously the Spice Girls, the Spice World.
Hello.
Yes, did they only have 2 albums as a 5-some? Yes, but Spice World is an excellent sophomore album.
Fearless jumps out to me. Obviously, Taylor Swift, her first album of the year. There are a lot of great.
Dua Lipa, Future Nostalgia. Like era defining like album that the gays are still have on loop. That era is never ending.
And guys, there's more time for me to listen and analyze. I will say, just because we're all friends and being honest here, I think Hold the Girl goes in the camp of a little bit of a letdown from the first album.
Okay.
I like it a lot, but Sawayama was such a moment, and maybe that signals that she's going to have an amazing career. This second album is good, has some very great songs.
Oh, yeah. That middle section especially
unbelievable.
is just like nuts.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I think once the excitement dies down of the newness, that we will see that this is just not quite Sawayama, you know?
Sure, yeah. I would definitely agree that Sawayama is stronger. But I do foresee like amazing things in her future still, just because she is such a smart pop star.
Brilliant.
And has so much talent. So I really think I am not worried.
No,
like I'm not worried at all.
Not worried about Rena. It's true. And then also our lovely friend Straight Nick asked us, I've never listened to a Mariah track. He is a self-described Jamie, which is what we call our straight male listeners. What order should I listen to her projects? There were many people saying you should just listen to it chronologically. But if you want, which I agree with, you're going to get her evolution. But if you want to start with like the big, like this is her or at her top of her game before doing more of a deep dive, I would start with Daydream, because maybe it's a little more accessible, and then go to Butterfly, the critical and emotional masterpiece, and then go to the Emancipation of Mimi, which was just like the celebratory I'm still that bitch kind of album.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, those are the obvious 3
that you start with.
If you're only going to listen to 3, like those are the 3 to listen to. Yeah. So I would definitely agree with that.
All right.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, whenever Christmas comes around, put on that first Christmas album. It doesn't matter where you are in the discography of listening. It's the best Christmas album. Period.
Hey, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you listen to it and you're just like, fuck.
Sounds great.
Sounds great
to me.
My God.
All right. Matt Steele.
Yes.
What has been giving you moments, darling?
So a couple things have been giving me moments. Besides the finale of Big Brother, besides being on that television, I saw a movie this week called The Woman King, which is also doing extremely well at the box office.
Good.
I saw it with my really good friend Alicia, and it is starring Viola Davis. It is about a tribe in Africa that is overpowered by another dominant tribe that has sort of been a threatening presence for, several generations and everything. But they have been able to fend off of this tribe for so many years because they have built up this like army of female warriors that is so strong and so badass and everything.
Right.
And it's basically all about that. And it's about their transition into stopping the selling of their prisoners that they capture into slavery.
Right.
It's an excellent movie, and the performances are really, really fantastic. Obviously, like Viola Davis, like she can do no wrong. It's like she's always perfect in everything that she is in.
Everything by that Michelle Obama thing, right? People didn't like her in that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either.
but there is also her co-star, who's actually like technically, I feel like the lead of the movie, who's like the protagonist of the movie, is an actress named Thuso Mbedu.
Okay,
I think how you pronounce it. She's excellent,
really?
And the whole ensemble is just really fantastic from top to bottom. And I don't know, it felt like such like it had that wonderful 90s battle epic feel to it that like you don't see as much, because now you see a movie with like a big battle epic and you're like, well, this is a superhero movie,
Right.
So this felt like sort of like in the days of like when the Brave Hearts were really big and everything, and it was really well done. The designs, like the costume designs, were gorgeous.
Wow.
So I really, really recommend it. Also, I did something this week that I have not done since February or January 2020.
What was it?
That was go to an in-person audition.
Wow.
I know.
How was that? Did it feel weird?
It was weird. And it was a theater audition as well. I know. And I just want to say, like, it was just weird. It was just weird, like, going in and being like, shit, do I, like, have a headshot? Do I have to print out a resume? Like this? Because, for things were mostly going in the self-tape direction anyway for auditions for a while. And then COVID happened, and then it's like, oh, no. Acting from now on is literally like, when I think of acting, I just picture me in a room by myself, staring at myself on my phone screen, recording myself acting to my own face.
That's
like,
acting.
I don't know what it is like to audition with like papers in my hand and a reader in front of me. So it was just really fun.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you seem like shell shocked about it.
It was just weird. It was just weird, like going back and being in that setting, and like there were people like talking to each other in like the lobby, and I was like, oh god, this is weird.
Right.
This is weird.
It's strange.
Yeah,
it's strange.
It was just strange. It was just like, give me a little bit of a moment. Yeah.
All right.
What about you, Matt Palmer?
For me, I didn't consume any new things. I did finish Uncoupled and can stand by my opinion that it is cute, even though it does feel like at moments this all could have been written in 1999 and nothing would have changed. So there are issues with it, but I think overall I care and I want to know what happens next.
Okay.
And I hope it gets a season 2. So this is kind of just a pre this even being released to the world. I think, personally for me, that we should see Bros. As a community, there are problems, obviously. The commercials don't make it look amazing. Sometimes I see some of the ads and it looks like not amazing. But, and obviously the whole issue with Fire Island and what Billy Eichner said in that interview. He kind of
that's not an issue.
Tripped over himself a little bit.
That's not an
I feel like there are so few queer art that gets made by these major studios, like having major backing. So even though we all may have qualms with it, even though it's definitely not going to tell the story of every single person, the fact that this is an all LGBTQ cast, the fact that it's a LGBTQ writer and creator, and it's really getting serious backing, I think we all just needs to put our pride to the side and see the film, because I feel like queer people, ourselves included, sometimes can be more critical of the queer art that we get.
5,000,000%.
And so, of course, criticize, write in your group chat, say some bitchy shit about it if you want to, but also go see it. Like,
yes.
People, we just, this is how more queer shit gets made. This is how more queer art gets to the masses, is by us supporting the queer art that we do get. It sucks having to feast on scraps, and the fact that this is the first major motion picture with all of its, backing, whatever. is unfortunate, but like if we want more of it, we got to put our money where our mouth is.
Absolutely, and it is getting good reviews.
It's been getting
like,
great
it's getting
reviews.
great reviews. So like we will see like how good it is and everything, and so I'm excited to see it.
And it's like I'm sure it's better than Don't Worry, Darling, and y'all are all seeing that.
Exactly, like that's the thing. And like I love Bill. I think Billie Eichner is so funny. So like
Brilliant.
I'm excited to see the movie, and like obviously like people will nitpick like tiny little things because that is what we as gays do.
Yes.
Like whereas I feel like the straights, they go and they see a movie and they just go, it was fucking awesome. I feel like that's the mentality. Like sometimes, and I shouldn't say that that's the mentality because we should like nitpick our and like always find ways to make it better and better and better. But like I definitely support all of us being enthusiastic about seeing it and everything.
That's the thing. Until it is a regular thing that the gay art gets this much backing, we gotta support what we get. And
I'm
it's like
thrilled about it. I'm so excited.
You saw that Queer as Folk just got canceled, the reboot that was on Peacock, and it's. Well, I mean, Peacock has an issue. I swear they cancel everything they put out, but whatever. I want more of the little art we get, and so this is my way of voting for that.
Of the little happy art.
Yes.
Like the happy art that's just like, oh, this is so watchable and fun. I enjoyed myself for an hour and 45 minutes, you know? You know, and as someone who wants to put that gay art out into the world myself, it's like I want to support as much as that art as I possibly can.
Just when you buy your ticket for Bros, think I'm opening a door for Matt Steele right
and
now.
you know that is your number one priority.
And that's the priority.
That's Matt Steele is your priority.
All right.
According to Mrs. Steele. That's Mrs. Steele's philosophy.
All right. I think that's it from me. Do you have anything else you need to tell the people today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm excited to get home, curl up on the couch, and wait an hour and a half until that Big Brother finale is available on Paramount Plus, and so I can just turn it on and scream at my TV for 2 hours.
I'm excited for you, and I hope you get everything you want from that finale.
I hope so too. And then I'm gonna get a haircut Wednesday and film my Big Brother audition video.
All right. How many of those have you done?
Ooh, I've submitted videos since I believe Big Brother 17, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, which was confirmed 2015.
Okay. Something no one cared about. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and we'll be back next week with more 2 Gay Match, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.